Two women say a man who they tried to help ended up assaulting them and shouting slurs at them. All this happening on Glenwood South in Raleigh on Saturday night. One of these women was hurt. Tonight, they're sharing their story with WRAL's Chelsea Donovan.
Dr. Kristen Williams lives in this area of Glenwood South. She's actually been witness to some of the crimes, from drugs to assaults to even a murder, but she never thought she and her aunt would become victims. It was supposed to be a fun Saturday night before their international trip.
She had flown in because we are taking this trip to Spain.
Dr. Kristen Williams and her aunt, 63-year-old Ursula Bolin, were having dinner and drinks at Hibernian on Glenwood South. Around 10 p.m., they started walking home.
This man that I had never seen before was clearly stumbling and fell to the ground.
So Williams walked after the man, trying to convince him not to get into a car and drive.
So I start chasing after him, not like running, but I'm walking after him. And I'm trying to be very loud to get the police's attention.
Then she said the man, James Gensch, started shouting sexist slurs at them, as listed in the warrant, words we cannot use on television.
His words as he were pushing both of us were homophobic.
Williams says Gensch suddenly shoved her Aunt Ursula down to the ground.
As I've turned around to look for a cop, he pushes my 60-plus-year-old aunt onto the sidewalk, and she busts her head on the concrete. She is bleeding from her head pretty profusely.
Bolin went to the urgent care and had to have staples in the back of her head. Gensch was arrested that night. Williams shared these photos of him being detained by Raleigh police. Gensch was charged with assault on a female and being intoxicated and disruptive. Bolin is recovering and expected to be okay. We reached out to Gensch today, but he didn't reply. He's due back in court in February. Chelsea Donovan, WRAL News, Raleigh.